Hi Flosstube, I'm Lori and welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. Today is Monday, September 22nd. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and at 2:19 this afternoon, it will be the start of the autumnal equinox. So happy fall, y'all. I do enjoy fall. It's one of my favorite seasons, but okay. So since the last time we were together, I have to be honest with you, I did not get to all my messages, comments that people made on my last video. I did my best, but I will go back and see if I missed anybody. Maybe I didn't miss anybody. Maybe nobody commented since the last time I checked. But if you did, I apologize. I will. I always try to say a few words and give a heart, or just give a heart if you're just saying a couple of things or not asking me anything or making a comment. So I give you a heart that I've seen it. So I'm sorry about that. I think that was about the first time I did that. Today is my 192nd Flosstube. I have been participating in ABCingo. I did the magazine monthly acrostic, but I didn't post for it. I have enough trouble remembering to take a picture for ABCingo. Like before, I had to, if you're in the group and you've been watching, there was a few that I had to go back and find where I showed it last in my video, take a screenshot with my camera, and then post it. So, yeah. Yeah, did I take a picture this morning? I don't think I did. For today's call, I don't think I did. I'll have to remember to do that. Anyway, thank you so very much for your kind words in my last video. Sometimes when you say certain things, I wonder if you're talking about me and you got me confused with somebody else. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. I also received a thank you. Somebody sent me a gift card from 123 Stitch. And it wasn't necessary, but thank you so much. You know I'll put it to good use. I wanted to just tell, most of you might know this, but if you're not a member, but if you sign up for the Primrose Cottage newsletter, once a month they do a freebie. And I just wanted to show you two of the freebies that I downloaded. Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to download it. You wait for the next month. But they do some beautiful free patterns. And you just download them and print them out. And they do sell the package. Like I don't know if they put the fabric in it, but I know they put trims in it and floss if you want to buy it. And this way, I think the fabric, because when you come, all you have to do is stitch it, or when it comes. And this was the latest one for September. It's really cute. Lollipops and cupcakes. So I just wanted to show you those two. And all you have to do is subscribe to their newsletter. And I just remember I'm going to have to, I might as well just do it now, because otherwise I'd have to do it later. I have to reach for something to show you. Okay, what else did I do? I had a Zoom with Dina and Donna, my friends from Georgia. Dee wasn't able to join us that evening, but we just stitched and caught up. And I didn't put in many stitches because we were chatting so much, but some of the stitches that I put in came out the next day. Oh well. This past Saturday was Caleb's birthday, and it was a fun time. Let me just show you a couple of pictures. I can't show you. They had a bubble man there, and he entertained the children playing with bubbles. But I can't show you what he actually did because all the children were there, like other families besides my own family. And so I don't know if I can put those children in the pictures online, but I could show you mine. Here is Layla and Talia. They're eating some fruit in a little house that Michael has outside for them to play in. There's like a kitchen and and a table and chairs. So they were playing in there. So they decided to eat their fruit in there. And here's Layla with Gianna eating their fruit. And you have to like enjoy this. This is sand. So I had to make sure that they weren't playing with the sand or putting their fork down there, but into their plate when they were done. So that's them. Let's see, which way am I going? Here's Caleb, his birthday party, blowing out the candle. And let's see, can I show this one? Well, I can hide the children, but there's the man like doing all these bubbles. He's calling, that particular picture, he was calling a dragon. Here's the 4 of my grandchildren playing in bubbles. He blew something onto them and it looked like almost dry ice, like it's smoked up, but it wasn't cold or anything. And then here's me and Gianna. Oops. And that's it. So it was a fun day. It was nice and cool, hot in the sun, but cool in the shade. So it was the perfect outdoor birthday party environment. Okay, that's everything that has transpired this week. Tomorrow's Caleb has no school, so I'll have Caleb and Layla. And then on Thursday, just Layla. That's my babysitting that I know of so far. And that's about it. That's coming up. It's the last weekend in September. This week is the last week of ABCingo. So I hope to come back on, it'll be just over a week. It'll be I'll try to do it on Wednesday the 1st so that I can finish the month of September and then start with a brand new month for stitching. So far I was able to do my whip goals for this month. Welcome Bell Pull was on it for September. And the other one was the Red House Sampler, which I had finished. So it was called in the beginning of the month, and then ABCingo called it again yesterday. So I got to finish a whip go. This is my board so far. No bingos. Today is, I circled it already because I will be doing it. But it was V, and it was, it's Nutcracker Village. So I have like one spot here and 2 here that I can get a bingo, but days are running down. And here's my acrostic for this month for the magazine monthly. It was Giddy Up, and I hit all those goals. So let me show you what I've been working on. Here's a surprise finish. I'm so excited. Okay. This was for M, and I selected Summer Quaker by Leela Studio because there's a mermaid in the picture for M. Now, the goal is to stitch 100 stitches. Just want to close my pen so I don't get ink on anything. The goal is 100 stitches to participate and post. But whatever was called, I stitched on it for the day. Whether it was a good day or not a good day, at least I got the 100 stitches in. And so on this one, I put in this corner, this fish, the heart, this band down here, and the sand dollar. I think all the words were in. The fish was in. So I worked on this corner. And this is where I'm at so far. And this is Summer Quaker by Leela Studio on a 28 count, I believe it's mushroom Lugana. Yes, 28 count mushroom Lugana. And I love the colors in this, so pretty. And I enjoy working on it. I think the next time I pick it up, I'm going to finish this border out and then work from there. But this is Summer Quaker, so I don't know if I'll pick it up again. until after the new year, even though I love it so much. I haven't decided how I'm going to handle the last 3 months of the year. There's so much to stitch on and so many starts that I want to start on. The next one was You, and I chose Live on Little. I went through, I made a list. I don't know where it is now, but I made a list of my whips. And I kind of like said, big projects, huge projects, BAPs, large projects, and medium projects. And then there was a couple of small, but very few fell into that category. Most of them were in the BAP projects. And I don't know when I'll finish them because they are so large. The next one was You for the undertow in the water. And I chose Live on Little by Plum Street Samplers. And I enjoyed working on this. I decided to work in the water. So I did this fill in here and these waves so far. This was also chosen for a number. I forgot what number it was chosen for. So there'd be like either motifs that I would choose from there. Can I show you the whole thing? I'm sorry. So here's where it's at. So I thought I had just one fish in, but it's hard to see. I have two little fish in here. And I think there were 4 altogether. So I can finish those 2 motifs and then come back and do some waves for more motifs to finish whatever number it was selected for. I think it was a pretty 6 numbers or something. Because they did the entire alphabet plus 9 numbers, so that you had a board of 35 to select from, but you only made a board of 25. But you all know that already. I'm just repeating it. So, and I do enjoy working on all these large projects. The next letter was N. And I selected Nativity Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I do have one of the frills that I'll eventually stitch separately. And I stitched this on a 28 count Country Mocha. And I completed it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a somewhat easy frame, like a frame job, like I did this one, Autumn in the Village, where I bought it at Hobby Lobby, and I just made sure it fit snugly in there with some magnets and washers, and then every time it's a different season, I can just swap out the inside one, the one that's there with the one that's going to be there. So I think I have 3 of these completed, but none of them are fully finished. But now that I have an idea of how I'd like to finish them, I'm going to search for that right frame for it. The next number, so that I finished early. I think it was a Sunday stitch for me. And so instead of picking up something else, I decided to start something else. I try to do it as Prairie Schooler Santa. I'm saying a lot of ums this time. Oh, Summer Quakers out. I'm trying to stitch a Prairie Schooler Santa, at least one a year. And this one I selected was the 2021 because of all the animals. I just loved it. So this is stitched on an 18 count Davos, but I'm not sure of the color of the Davos. And it's a piece that other ones were stitched on, and I'm hoping that it fits. I did the measurements, it should fit. So I stitched on that after I finished Tiny Town, Nativity Tiny Town. So hopefully by November, maybe I can finish it. The next one was W, and I selected American Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. This is what it will look like. Another one that I am totally in love with stitching on. This is a 28 count Heritage Lugana. And I put in almost all the grass. All the grass. This is the top of a mast of a boat. And so there's, I think, one more section of grass here where the lighthouse will be on. And then there's another house here. So I did want to get all the grass done and the outline of the water. So pretty. Oh, look at these colors. I just love it. Yep. I know a lot of you have told me that you're working on it as well. So I just love the colors, and that's what, like I had to have it once I saw it out. And I think that was a exclusive, so I had to wait. Most of the ones I like are exclusives, and I have to wait a year to get them. Okay, the next one was and I selected Isabella's Garden. And we did a start along with Dina from Sit, Stay, Stitch. Sit, Stitch, Day. Trying, Dina, I'm trying. I meant to look it up. Anyway, you all know who I'm talking about. And Donna was going to start on Isabella's Garden. And Sarah, Stitch It Mommy. And this is what she'll look like. She's lavender and lace. And I was gifted this pattern by my friend Tonya. And I'm stitching this, let's see if I wrote it down, 28 count Cypress Lugana. And I had to do 100 stitches. So that's basically what I did. I think it was 112. And I just worked in her arm area. And that's where she is. She's adorable. Right now it's a lot of confetti stitching, so I do my 100 stitches and say, okay, call it a day. But it took me a while. I didn't stitch during the day. I stitched at night watching television. So, I mean, I'm not supposed to show the pattern, but like, you know, I have to mark it to know where I'm at and where do I go next. I thought it would have been a little bit easier, but it seems like the dress will be easier once I get down to it. Okay, then it was number 4. It's the 7th project I'm showing you. Number 4 was called, and I had to do 4 motifs. So I started a new project, and this is on a 16 count ivory Lugana, and it's called Evergreens and Peppermint by Stitches by Ethel. Yes. And I thought it was, when I saw this come out, I thought it was adorable. And I always seem to select the Christmas themed ones a lot. So I have to start choosing some other seasons. It was number 4. So I had to do 4 motifs. So you can see I did more than 4. And I just started the crow. I guess it's a crow. So I started the tree, I finished the tree and these motifs. I don't know if I'll finish it. I mean, there's not too much to it, but I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this Christmas. But if it gets carried over, it'll be one of my goals for next Christmas. Okay, let me turn the page here. Next was B. And I worked on finished autumn. Winter in the Village. Winter in the Village by Stony Creek. Yes, this one. And I was down in this section. And this is stitched on a 28 count ivory Lugana. And this is my finish. Let me guess. So first of all, this is the section I had to work on. I had to do the smoke in the chimneys, the branches in the tree, and these trees in here I had to finish. And then outline the lamppost and of course the branches. So I just love this. It looks so pretty. Oh. Always have to go back and like check to make sure I didn't leave anything. Oh, there's some fuzz there. I did use some, where's that bell? Down here, Krynic for the bell. And I do not do the words on the bottom or the ivy. I just do what it calls for the sidewalk. So, you know, when I was working on this, I would say like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll take like some time off before I want to start another one. And then when I finished it, I said, ooh, I can do another one. So after Winter in the Village, I decided, so I have spring and summer to do next. So I'm gonna, next one I do stitch will be Summer in the Village. Love the balloons here. It's a park bench. Oh, so you say Winter in the Village. What does that have to do with the letter B? Well, the beauty shop was in there. So there's a lot of threads that are called for in these. Like this was the list of threads for Winter in the Village. So what I decided to do was I decided to see, before I put all the threads away, I checked it against the list of threads for Summer in the Village. And I need a water lilies. That would be for the ground cover or sidewalk. And I think I was missing 5 DMCs, but 3 were in stash. So I only need to purchase 2 DMCs. So I'm good. I just have to figure out the fabric. Because I did this so low, I have to finish it first before I can see if I have, if I want to like do it down there. I don't know why I did it there. I should have done it up higher. But, oh well. I'm sure I have another piece of ivory and I can save this for some other project. So that'll be a new start next year. Next year I'm going to plan on doing 26 starts from the beginning of the year. One of them will be, I'll tell you now, is Leela Studio Welcome Quaker, because a viewer had seen mine. Oh, got thread hanging out of my closet. A viewer had asked me when I was going to start it. She wanted to start it at the same time. So I said I was going to start it in January as my New Year's start. Now, I don't know if I'll start it on the 1st, because sometimes on the 1st we get together as a family. So I don't know if I'll be stitching it then. But it will be the first one that I do start when I do start it. The next letter that was called was O, and that was Angel of Light by Lavender and Lace. And this green border here is very confetti heavy for me. So I do a little bit of that, and then I decided to go down to the ruffle on her dress. Start in here, the white section. And this is stitched on a 28 count Country Mocha. Lugana. So this is the green section that is heavy in confetti. So I finished some of the colors that were called for in there, and then I started going down. And it looks like it's not stitched, but these are stitched colors in here. And down here, it will be, it calls for Kreinik, I believe, but I think I'm going to do a Petite Treasure braid. I just have to figure out what color gold. I don't think it's the bright gold. I think it might be like the dulled version of it. I have both of them, so I have, and all this in her skirt here is all these, is that rainbow will be Rainbow Gallery as well. So this is where she's at. I still have to do her holding the candle, but so this is where she's at. Are you seeing through it? You shouldn't. Okay. So she's a big girl. And I think I should be able to finish her in next year. Just don't want to put her next to any Xerox, I Xerox sections of the pattern so that I could mark it while I'm stitching. The next one was R, and that was Robin Spring by Robin Pickens in a bag by Lost in Floss, Barb. Love my bag, Barb. And this is what it'll look like when it's done. No, oh, this was called on Saturday of Caleb's birthday, and we went early to help them with the setup. So we left like around 11. We didn't get home till 6:30ish. And yeah, I think that was it. And then I had my Saturday Zoom group. So I did a little bit of stitching and then I called it a night. But I'm close to a finish. So I stitched in this section. So I got my 100 stitches. I did this star here, the inside, the yellow, the greens. So all I have left is the section under the bird. And that would be this motif, this orange line, the greens, and here. And then I'll be finished with this. I'll frame it. I'll either get one of those frames where I can pop it in or something to that effect. Yeah, it's so pretty. Take the green fabric that I put on it to put in the Q-snap better. I love the colors on this. Helen D was working on them, the different birds, and I saw, the beautiful colors that they were. So I said, oh, I got to start with one of them and see where I go from there. Hopefully this will be finished this year. And then finally, for my Whipco call. My Whipco call was to work on something for 2 days. So I worked on this in the beginning of the month when it was called. And then last night it was S that was called. So I stood for Stony Creek. And the last time I showed it to you, I had just completed this colored border. And so what I did was I had to outline the outside of the border, the inside of the border. Then I had to do this kind of stitching, I don't know, loop stitching all the way around it. And then another row of stitches around that before I can stitch in Weave Kindness. And so I did that. Yesterday was a good day of stitching. So I did that. And then I went on to the second one of E for Welcome. And you'll see shortly, I completed the E and the snowflake. Now, if you look here, this snowflake is not completed. In the chart, it's completed. They have a star here. This came with buttons, I guess, the original set. So I believe Anna May sent this to me. So she must have used the buttons on her because she sent me, I think, 4 of the 6 patterns for the welcome thing. So I purchased the other 2 because I really liked it. So the next one is Embrace Happy. So when I look at the back, that snowflake is not stitched, but yet the pattern inside is stitched. So I don't know if they caught it afterwards and they fixed the pattern. So this is where I'm at. I did all that outlining for Weave Kindness, and I started the E. No outlining is done yet. So what I'll do next is when I pick this up, I'll do the sled, and the bird, this whole section, and then I'll go back and outline that, and then work in the box. So hopefully by Christmas, I might have 3 letters done, and next year maybe finish. Because it will be a pretty bell pull. I like the way the white shows up. This is the call for, well, it calls for lamb's wool Ada, and that's what I got. Lamb's wool Ada, and I didn't know if I was going to like it because it's kind of, but I do like it. I like it a lot. So that's what I have been stitching on. I lose everything. Those last couple of days, I emptied a lot of my craft stuff that's on the tables, and I just put it in the other room, and I said, I have to find a place for everything because I'm like overwhelmed. And I don't want to do things if it's a mess. So I started cleaning my room, and then like when I look in here and it looks like clean, I was like, oh, yes, now what can I do? But I have to remember to keep it that way so that I can make more progress on other things that I like to do. I'm going to start a quilt. Hopefully by the October 1st, I'll have some of that done that I can share with you. I'm really excited about this. And then, what else am I? Oh, my stitching, of course. Oh, I had a fully finish. I showed the finish the last time. This is what I reached over for before. I fully finished this one. And let me just grab, I think they're right here. Yep. So now I have 4 of them done. These 2. Do it. Let's see if I can get it. Do it. Yeah. Come on. There you go. And this is Cottage Garden Samplings Trick or Treat. Looks like different color fabric, but oh well. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one next year. I haven't decided. This is on 18 count. So this was a little bit tough to get the needle in, but I do love them. Otherwise, maybe I'll just give one to each of my grandchildren and call it a day. So what else? I came in to start my video because Sal and I are running errands today. So I came in early and I couldn't find my tablet. I told you I emptied everything. So I'm like, okay, so where did I put it? And I'm like, Sal, I can't find. And he's like, he's so used to me saying, I can't find this, I can't find that. And he goes, did you look? And of course he comes and he finds it. So I had just put a bunch of empty project bags on top of my tablet. So I finally found it. But the other day we were in the park, we're walking with Layla. She was in the stroller, Sal was wheeling her, and my phone rang. So my cousin called me and we're talking. And we're still, walking around the park, checking out the geese and whatnot. And all of a sudden I stop and I'm like, Sal, where's my phone? And he points to my hand. I was talking on it. It's getting bad, people. It's getting bad. You know what it is? I don't wear it in my jeans or shorts, whatever I'm wearing, because walking with her, it's not made like men's pants where they go real deep. My phone would fall out and hit the side, probably crack, even though I have a cover on it. But like, so I put it inside a bag that's in the stroller, and I'm always leery about leaving the stroller very far from, if we walk by the water or something. I always bring the stroller with me because my phone's in it. I don't trust anybody in this. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's really bad. So, so I remember I had it in that blue bag, and I'm like, so that's what was saying, like, I looked in the blue bag, it wasn't there. Like, where's my phone? He goes, it's in your hand. Okay. But I don't know. Do you do things like that? Looking for stuff? I know my mother used to look for her glasses. It used to be on her head. That I don't do. But, yeah, like, where's my phone? Call it. Can you call it? Anyway, that's enough rattling on. So, like, I'll be back on the 1st of October. I'll finish up my September stitching and share with you what plans I might have for October. I don't know if I'll get any further than that. Some people are doing 3 months to the finish line or something to that effect, where you pick 6 projects, you throw a dice, and then that numbered die is selected to a pattern. You stitch on that first before you stitch on anything else. I don't know. That reminds me too much of the Great British Bake Off, and you're constantly stitching on the same thing. Granted, you make a lot of progress, but there's so many pieces that I want to work on that I don't know if that is conducive to the way I want to stitch. So I haven't decided to do that yet. But a few people are stitching for a football season this year. Some are taking their favorite team, whatever score they get, multiplied by 10. They have to stitch that many stitches on a project. That's kind of cool. If you select one project and you do it for the whole season, I can see that getting a lot of stitches in, because you would pick it up almost 4 times a month. Maybe that I might think of next year, maybe. But anyway, one step at a time. Let's get through this year. I know a lot of people are doing whip parades. I figured I'd do mine probably the beginning of December. Then I'll know more what's a whip that will be carried over and what might be a finish by then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much if you're still here. I hope to see you on October 1st. If God willing, everything goes well, I'll be here. And thank you so much for all your kind words and giving me a thumbs up. That means the world to me. It really does. It makes me, even if you don't comment and you give me a thumbs up, it just shows me that there are people that like what I'm doing. And I don't mind continuing it. All right. Take care. Love you guys. Mwah. Enjoy the week.